Alright, we are back for some more testing. And somebody has decided to fuck up our brand new setup. We did all this work to get everything looking all nice in here, and he had to go and fuck it up. Which means we're going to lose a lot of power because we don't have any room in the MFSU to put any power. And we need to move at least one MFE at the moment. We're going to make E work his butt off and make us some power. Probably going to run some stuff and see if I can use up some of the power. So first thing is you'll see we have chests and crates in weird places. That's because things have an actual input and an output, although it doesn't show you on the multi-blocks, but those should be there. And he also did some work to make recipes work better. Like making steel takes refined iron now instead of just iron. Niobium actually has a recipe now, and so you're going to have to put your iron in to make it into refined iron and then turn it into steel. That way you don't have to mess with that mess up. And it should also be able to take multiple things.
Did fix it so it takes priority for the multiple recipes. So even if we made it, if we wanted to make it back to iron and stuff, it would still work. So I didn't even know it was possible. Did you put it up here?
No, I just put it in the damn thing, but it didn't come out.
You don't have anything right here.
Well, you're the one that went around doing the boxes, fucker. I thought this box up here was there for some reason.
Yeah, because you put stuff in the one thing that I didn't put a chest on.
So that's in the front of the MFE. Okay. Alright, so hi, Azura. I'm good. I'm still alive, so I can't complain. Where is some iron? I want to try out the blast furnace. Actually, I can use some niobium. We should have a bunch of that.
I'll see if you run into I'll see if you run into the issue that I need to fix for importing. Oh, the other thing also is, I mean, it's not really used to do it. It doesn't really like to auto import damaged grinders, but usually those you just put those in there and leave them, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Check out the particles I added.
Yeah, I've seen it. It isn't actually going to catch something on fire, is it?
Yeah, you're really blasting now. And you can put a transformer upgrade on this now.
Yeah, I told Chubby he needed to make one so we could go from a bat box down here to an MFE, to the MFE straight. And then we wouldn't have to have this because we just set this up last time. That thing is still full of power. It's going to have to run for a little bit. About time XAR pulls his ass out of his little cave and says, and stops by to say hi. Alright, so thermal centrifuge will give me tantalum. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to have to move my thermal centrifuge. Why are you making noise?
Oh, just put it like in the middle of the room. You have the cable right here.
Why would I want to put it in the middle of the fucking room?
So it can be a nice centerpiece.
Just weird. So this is why me and Chubby did redoing the place after he left. He has terrible ideas.
It looks cool. I like the lower floor around the sky stone.
That is all Chubby's doing.
Yeah, because I know you wouldn't build in harmony with the environment like this ever. You would weird cobble extension block thing.
Are you saying you have a problem with the way I build, mister?
Definitely.
Okay. I thought that's what you were saying.
Yeah, I haven't seen that you have like a solo test base, a meta test base.
Yeah, he has
well,
his
don't
own.
Bring that over here.
He has his own testing base to. That way, he isn't messing with any of the stuff that we do over
put
here.
This stuff in the crate to start it?
Yeah, I put it in your damn crate to get it started.
Well, I've only tried it with like stuff that I know works, so I'm curious to test it with like other mod containers. Yeah, it's just particles. It's not going to catch anything.
Wooden chests can't be caught on fire anyways, dude. That's why we use vanilla wooden chests in GT6 instead of Greg's wooden chests, because GT6 wooden chests will catch on fire. Vanilla ones are flame-proof. Alright, now you said to get the new phosphorus stuff, we had to where is it? Blast furnace. I thought you got it out of the calcite now.
That's where you just got it from, grinding calcite.
Oh, it's this red shit. I thought you meant you could do something with the calcite afterwards to get it. Okay, never mind.
And then you can get it from, well, it's a little bit in glowstone too. And then when it becomes dolomite,
Dolomite, baby.
Dolomite will just give you calcite and pump.
Okay. And as you can see, you can now add things into the blast furnace and it doesn't fucking stop it. Same with other machines. That is fucking awesome. Phosphorus right now can just be turned into matches, but it'll have another use eventually.
So the one downside, the caveat with the import that I need to fix is, let's say you're doing steel and you put a bunch of coal dust in and a bunch of refined iron. If it's pumping the refined iron in, it does not keep pumping the coal dust in. So you kind of gotta like baby it a little bit and keep things, like if it keeps using one thing and it never runs out, like you make like a really nice automation loop. If refined iron like keeps refilling, it will never pause and refill the dust. So I just need to make it so it moves like as many stacks as it can at once instead of one thing, then the next thing. If it just keeps refilling the first, it never moves on to the second thing.
Alright, I'm gonna move the electrolyzer since it's the messed up machine in this, instead of moving the thermal, and we'll just put it over here next to the blast furnace for now. Break this so it'll stop filling. And then we're going to... I really not have any more glass fiber cables. I thought I made extra last time. There we go. I knew I had some. Chubby, how do you like automation? You want to try to automate something? I want to see if we can do a closed loop from the personal tank over there to the processor for the water cell things. That's why we have the import and output things. You should be able to put them in the personal tank. If not, we have to use a machine buffer or a machine tank. And put the water into that instead of that damn person somebody putting away. Yes, I'm still bitching about you moving my Buildcraft tank. Shut up. Don't fall in the hole. I want you sitting on my head.
Oh, well, if you don't, then I'll die.
I'm trying to get this over there without connecting here. I'm gonna have to move this one because I don't want it to refill it.
You can do your mining pipe trick, right?
I can, but I don't have any on me at the moment. Do you know where there's any at up there? I need like 3 of them. There, there, and there. And it's not my mining pipe thing. That's Spiger's mining pipe thing. I just use it. Alright, so I'm gonna have to cut this one off. Well, I guess I can put it back in there. And just put a mining pipe there. And then that will keep it from refilling. I'll fill this up down here. And you can see all of our lava is now gone, so we are on pure environmental power right now from our thermal. And yes, water power is where most of our power is coming from at the moment. But we're going to leave the thermal there, and we've got some personal tanks I'm going to use to bring lava up from downstairs. I'm going to take our pump down there and pump up lava and then bring it up here.
I think we should use my personal tank for that because I think that keeps its inventory.
I know it does.
And that's like 128,000 buckets.
No, 128 buckets. 128,000 millibuckets. I get you learned yet. Oh, and do we have the limestone and marble recipe for getting calcite now?
No.
Why not?
Because I have to figure out how to not null Spiger's machines because I already have marble dust and stuff. So it would not only be in my machines that you would add the recipes, but in his one. So I want to see if I can do.
Well, technically, there's like 2 ways you can do this. You said you have marble dust. So if you have marble dust, then the macerator would just give you marble dust.
Okay, so if there's no marble dust in GregTech, there's no marble block in GregTech, there's no marble stone in IC2. If in my dev environment, say stone block or whatever, even if it's OR dictionary and it doesn't exist, it will be a null and it won't load error.
Come here for a minute.
On the industrial processor, fine, but
well, one way around that is to do like Greg did and in GT6 and just allow the marble, depending on what your amounts are going to be, to come out of the marble dust. Just add those blocks in to take the calcite. But come here for a minute, because you've got a problem. I found you a bug. Alright, here, take this drill and mine that marble.
What marble?
Right above your head.
What level is the...
Marble is only stone pickaxe. It'll mine everything else, but for some reason it is not mining it. There's your first bug for the day. Fix your shit. Now I'm just trying to clear out some of the shit we missed from when the lava got out of here. We need to get some cobble down here and fill in some of these holes, or use some stone dust. We should have plenty of that shit sitting around. What is your bad news, Mighty? I don't like bad news, man. I've had enough of that shit. Can't believe you're finally gonna add us some dolomite. You still ain't a millionaire? Well, you better get a hold of the mail people. They must have stole your $1 million. Hey, Zachor, how's it going tonight, buddy? One thing I hate about this damn two-handed Minecraft. Keep fucking placing torches everywhere. But I don't want them. Limonade. Oh, we ought to make the make that miner today so we can test out the rock cutter that we were talking about the other day.
Oh yeah, see what happens.
Yeah, you wanna make the miner?
What's the rest?
Miner's pretty easy. The only hard part is the filtered. Let me look and see if I can find it here. Scanner, which doesn't have enough filter spots in it, but it's a nice thing to use. Let's see. We don't want the high, we don't want the adjustable, we want the quarry scanner. The filtered scanner is nice, but we want the filtered one, or the unfiltered one, because the filter doesn't have enough filters. So just make the quarry scanner, which means you got to make 4 OD scanners with 5 redstone. So hopefully
we do all that to test the drill, do we?
Not technically. If we're gonna make one,
so why don't we just try the drill and take it one step at a time?
We're gonna make one. We're gonna make one right, damn it. I got all of this island that I gotta mine up with all of your weird random shit in it. Gotta give you something to do.
Oh, yeah.
You're just gonna run off on me and go have lunch and leave me with Turtle Dude.
And like, at 10 p.m. or something, yeah.
I gotta get some work out of you before you run off and leave us. I'll be back. I'm going to have lunch. He never comes back.
I don't say lunch. I say I'm going to have dinner because I've been coding all day. I don't give a shit about watching you guys like play a bunch of stone blocks.
We're only placing stone blocks now. Last time you left, we were actually doing stuff.
No, last time I left, you guys were wasting my time asking for stuff that wasn't even there and pretending it was gone. And so it was like better use of my time to go eat.
That's why I was using the power, so we weren't wasting power that we're trying to generate and empty the MFE. That's why I'm down here fucking around placing cobble at the moment, is to just let the thing run a bit. Throw some stuff in the processor to process. That'll help run down the power as well. I also want to see if we can get that other thing automated today. The wood gasser.
Oh yeah, that should be.
Yeah, he made us a bunch of upgrades and stuff. So we should have just about everything we need. Yeah, I don't think we've done anything with this brown limonite yet. So let's see here. We cook it, it gives us 3 nuggets. We macerate it, gives us crushed limonite. Put it in the industrial processor, it gives us 5 crushed limonite. Why is it 5?
Must be one of the leftover multiple ones, I forgot.
Alright, well, put it on your list. And if we put it in
you guys act so freaking shocked. It's like the tiniest thing. It's what?
Like, no, I have to report all of the bugs. I'm reporting the bug.
Why is it 5? Head explodes?
No. Just, it didn't sound right. I'm making sure that if I went, okay, so we get 5 out of here, you might miss that. But if I go 5, why the fuck is it 5? Then you'll go, oh, well, that was just something I missed and I'll take care of it. Can't be all boring about it or you won't fucking realize you need to fix your shit. Shit, I still didn't look at that the way I wanted to. Alright, so we put it in here and we're supposed to get 2. So I won't process it today. And then the dust we process down, we get hydrogen and oxygen. Or we can just cook it straight and not worry about the hydrogen and oxygen, which is what we'd probably do right now because we don't really care about the hydrogen and the oxygen right now. It's nice we can do the dust so we can process it down first and get the nickel out of it in the thermal centrifuge. And then we can throw the dust in with the calcite. Can't get anything in the interface. Is there an ownership issue? The interface of what?
You can't use the personal tank or something. Maybe you guys can. They're off.
It's probably the case because the personal tank is.
Did you put it on the right hand in the top? Try. Can you open the thing, Bubby? Can you open the? Put it in the top right hand slot. Give them to me.
Okay, so do you have any idea which symbol is supposed to be for actually allow? Because it doesn't change what it says. It just says allow team member interaction.
I know. I thought shield looked better than knife or whatever.
And there's no place in here for upgrades, by the way. You need the buffer.
I mean, use these for carrying the lava up here.
Oh yeah, that I can do. But you can't use it for upgrades. You need
We'll switch it out. It's just the fact that it's a personal thing.
Use this one for right now, Chubby. This is the one we made for the wood gas, and you can make another one for the wood gas later. Because that's how we'd actually set it up to get the lava into the thing, because it won't pull it out of there automatically, and it won't push it out automatically. So we'll actually use one of those machine tanks on the thermal and have it pull from the tank when the tank is put adjacent to it, which would be above it, and then eject from it into the thermal. So we're going to need 2 fluid upgrades for the lava thing, and you're going to need 2 fluid things for this. I gotta ask him why this thing makes the does not have power sound every time you put something in the thermal. I think it's because I think it's because the heat is not already up that it's making the sound, but it shouldn't do it when the heat isn't already up. It should only do it when it doesn't have power to keep the heat up.
Yeah, he's doing the logic out of order.
Also been wanting to work on my mod pack, but I became too unmotivated or lazy. Doing alright, how about you, my friend? I'm still alive, brother, so I can't complain. I can complain, but who the fuck wants to listen to a old man complain? Alright, let's get this out of here now. Since somebody has to fuck up our machines.
Hey, do you don't want auto import and export? I can just roll it back and then you can blow like a load of circuits on doing it.
Alright, so we're gonna pop that out of there, that and that out of there. And then move that back up and we'll just leave it sit like that. Thank you.
Leaving your stuff everywhere and...
I like making messes. You know I like making messes. Alright, so now we need to get power up here. He said he already had the transformer upgrade. So let me grab that. As soon as
this one's... The blast furnace is already upgraded once.
It's already got it in there?
Yeah. So it's up to MV.
Oh, okay. You game it to E99, huh?
The power one, not the fluid one.
I'm fucking with him because of how he said it. Because he said he game it to you instead of gave it to you.
Oh, game my...
He needs to disable every one that's already in GregTech. It is a bad site. Confused of what he's talking about. Alright, so let's get this electrolyzer moved over to where we're going to put it. Which I think it's quite funny. Somebody thought it was so terrible that Greg made you put things on specific sides, but he didn't make it to where you could change the sides on his machines.
Next update.
Alright, so let's go downstairs and get this set up. Is this one empty yet? Damn, hurry up, motherfucker. I got shit to do. Alright, put that there for now so nobody's falling in a hole. Put the MFE right there. Do that, which should turn it up that direction. And there. And there. And that will fill that MFE up. How are you doing? Let's see, can we do this? And that should take a little extra out of that MFE, which it does. There we go. And pull that MFE out of there. Pull the transformer out of there. Pull these extra cables out of here. We want them in the floor. And now we just gotta wait on the bat box to get emptied, which we probably could coerce it into doing it a little quicker. Tear up the floor a second. Pull out the niobium. And let it just run iron for a second. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and pull that out as soon as that is done. And we will just do this and run this back over here. And then that'll empty the bat box into the MFE if the MFE wasn't already fucking motherfucker.
Oh, you can lose your like 17,000 EU.
Oh hell no.
You're making that off that thermal gen doing nothing already.
Yeah, we're making 1.78 per tick. I'm a cheap bastard, man. I don't give up my power for nothing. Alright, this time. Pump that out of there. Pump the MFE in there.
Hey, Bear's the one that loves to burn carbon fuel, so.
Alright, and then we do this. And power it up, and the blast furnace goes boom.
It explodes. Kaboom.
I think this is doing the bottom recipe first. I put the calcite and the iron in.
You put it last in, so it updated and figured that one.
See, that's why I like it when it pulls when it's doing the recipe like Greg does, instead of the stupid shit of it not pulling it until after it's done that IC2 Classic does. Once it's in there, it should be fucking in there. Otherwise, you're just wasting my damn power again.
In there, you just change the recipe because it's set to not look just for the smallest thing.
Alright, so we got that taken care of. And we've got a bunch of upgrades over here. We need these here. Now, can I manage to not fuck this up? Who trusts me to be able to do this without fucking it up? Not everybody's speaking up at once. Apparently they trust me a lot. Alright, so we want there, and there. And we want all of the exports to go out the back. So we need to click this way, which said it should be set to south. So now if I put one of these in each one of these, and we're using the red one because the red one does multiple items, where the green one only does one. And now we want this one to go upwards. So we do that, and it goes up. And now we put this in here. We put this in here. And we put this in here. So now all of those should be able to do what they need to do. We'll test it out with the furnace and make some glass real quick. And let's see. Netherrack. Do we turn that into netherrack dust in the processor, right? Macerator will give you dust. Compressor will give you a block. Rare earth extractor, which we haven't made, and I don't even know if we need to. So yeah, that would do dust in there.
Yeah, well, we can do the rare earth extractor when I do neodymium.
Just trying to think of something we can macerate. Cobblestone. We can use cobblestone to make sand. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's something we can throw in to test that everything's working right. Alright, so sand in the chest. The whole stack got pulled in, and they're all going out as soon as they go in. Beautiful. Cobble up here. It's pulled in. Beautiful. So we know the processor is going to, or the compressor will work because we set it up with the same ones. And so now we can just throw our copper in here, and that'll cook it up. Hey, he actually got the compressor recipe in here for the tiny dust, at least for tin. So now we can see. I do believe he does have a way of doing Spiger, that is. I do believe he has a way of telling something to do a particular amount of things. So if you remember I don't even know if you've seen it, the setup I was making on GT6 with the hoppers, where it says it will only take if there's 9 in a stack. I do believe we can do that with some of the things from IC2 Classic, but I'm not positive. Let's see. You have the compressor for this, so we can throw them in there, and that'll turn them into coal dust. So we don't have to worry about messing with them, other than putting them in to have them do what they need to do. That right now is the only thing we have to worry about. Alright, so we need something to electrolyze. I need to get the thermal set up. How do I want to do the thermal? I shouldn't need the export, because this thing is not that fast. So let's not use the red ones, let's use the green ones for it. Throw them in there. Get this and this. And thermal is going to be set up the same way. So the export needs to go that way, and the import needs to go that way. So export, put that in there. Import, put that in there. And holy crap, that's a lot of ores that need to be processed. I didn't know we had that many of them sitting around here. See, pyrolusite, tungstate we don't really need to do. Cassiterite we can do. Soblite we might as well get done. Bismuthine, cryolite, saltpeter. Sapphire I want to save for right now. Pyrolusite, molybdenum, garnierite. Alright, we'll just throw these all up here. Let them do their thing as they can. A little bit of wood out here. We do not need that many stacks. Alright. So, sawmill. Throw those in there. And we are going to do the same thing with this. And these machines over here as well, that we did with the upgraded ones. But we've got to change things because of the side facings for the GT Classic machines because I don't like this chest sitting in my walkway. So we're going to have to move the roller here. We're going to have to rethink how we have this set up. So I'll turn the smelter back that direction. Actually, technically, we're going to pick up the smelter because I want to move it over a block. I can't move it over a block because that's there. So let's put the roller here. Then we can do the import here, and the export we need to change because we want it to go that direction. So that way.
Well, there's a recipe I added into the alloy smelter for you.
What is that?
You can use your salt now.
Oh, really? Weren't you making a miner?
I made it long ago.
You didn't tell me this. Oh, wait a minute. I don't see a salt recipe in the...
Salt uses for sulfur.
Oh, sulfur. I thought you said salt. Okay, so sulfur and resin dust will give you rubber. Okay. Alright, so let's see. This should go there and there. This one we're going to upgrade. It's going to have to put out to the side here because there's a pipe in the back. So we need the import. It's going to import from the up, which should already be what it is. And we want it to export to the that away, which is north. By the way, if anybody doesn't know, for these upgrades, if you want them to go the opposite direction, you shift when you do it. And then this isn't going to need an upgrade because it already does it manually. And we can leave it right there going the way it is. We'll leave that one there going the way it is. And we'll do the wood one here. So import to the up. Export is going to go none away. And you can put it right there. We may need to change this one over to a red output, but I don't think we're going to use that much wood that we're going to need it. And if we ever get a recipe where we need a bunch of sticks, we can actually do a saw next to a saw and just have it put the logs in one and it'll come out as sticks in the other. Alright, so now we're going to need to do how do I want to do this? Get this over here for now. Just you sit right there a second. I'll put that there. Put the rod in there. Here's your red alloy rod you made. And that's going to be right in the way of the doorway, sort of. Alright, now I need to make some wires. Did he ever add the, or make the machine for this? No, he never made the extruder, did he? Alright.
What do you need to make?
The extruder from IC2 Extras so we can get copper cables cheaper. That goes right there. And then we can put more machines across here if we want. We probably could have moved it back one block so it was in line with the electrolyzer. Probably should, actually. But then our doorway is kind of being blocked by a chest.
Oh, that's fine. Time to work.
Yeah, the basic one should be fine. It shouldn't need to do it that fast that it'll need the red ones. The red ones are only if you need it to do one item every tick, I think it is. Alright, let me go down and see what you did. See what I can figure out here. Alright, so you got lava in there. You have a basic fluid import upgrade here. Information is set to up to import. And the export is set to go down. So it most definitely should be working. You don't actually need the power cable because it does not need it. It's kind of weird, I know, that it has a power. The power, I think, is only for if you're doing the crafting upgrade in it. Otherwise, I don't think it needs power. I know I've never used one that way. Oh, hey, right here's your problem, dude. If you look at the personal tank, it says allow inject from world, allow extraction from world. The allow extraction to world is turned off. So if you hit that, then it should move it in there. And it is. So it's one click you forgot to do. Everything else was set up correctly. And there we go. Now we're making power through the thermal again. And look at all of that shit we've got processed already. It is doing the work.
Yeah, this is nice now that it's like available.
Yes, it is.
It can be somewhat of a power sink for.
Yeah, well, we also need to. We can also now, not that we need to, but we can also now do like a filtered. If we can figure out a way of doing it, like Greg has those ore dictionary filters. I don't know if there's any of those in Buildcraft. I don't think there is. Somebody else got us some pipes. He could add one. We could actually have an ore dictionary filter on an extraction pipe from this chest to where it would take only the crushed stuff and put it right up here and take the tinies and stuff like that, stick them in the compressor. So
we could do it with AE.
That would require someone to actually start AE.
Let me see what the. I mean, it's just vanilla right now, so it ain't that bad. Because really, the vanilla gate is like diamonds, and that ain't shit.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them over here that I haven't even processed yet.
The whole gang's got rock cutters, so it ain't nothing now.
Yeah, we've got 11 more diamond ore down here to process. So that's another 33 fucking diamonds. Although I think we're missing.
I give you some from graphite too, and that's like not that crazy fine.
Yeah. Won't we remove the old lava pump? Yeah, you can do that. And if you have any more creosote hiding back there, I could use another few tanks or chests or fucking crates, because I used all the crates in the factory, so I don't have any crates left. But yeah, you can go ahead and take that out, and we can take it down, stick it on the one of the lava spots down there. And that also means all of this stone fluid pipe can come out of here too. We won't need any of that anymore. Alright, where is the miner? Did you make mining pipes?
In here. And 20, you want more than 22 for right now?
22 will probably be enough to get us started, but we're gonna need enough to go from 66 down to 5, so we're gonna need like an entire stack of them at some point.
Okay, I'll just make some right now.
Alright. So let's sit this here. And I need a chest to sit on top of it. That'll collect the stuff from it. We're going to put the rock cutter in as the drill. I'm going to put my Lapatron in there for the power. And we have nothing for a scanner in there because somebody was cheap and didn't want to make one.
Well, we'll just see what happens with this.
I would say right now it's definitely going off of the speed of it, and it did do stone, not cobblestone. But I do believe without a scanner, I think it might mine just straight below it.
Yeah, just one line straight down.
Well, it's good that we're getting stone out, because that means it is taking the attribute of it being a silk touch tool, I do believe.
You know, that makes sense, because the way the silk touch is applied, it's the same way you like apply silk touch to his drills, like code wise. So if he designed it where his drills with silk touch with mine silk touch, then yeah, the rock cutter is basically just a poor man's version of that.
I don't even know if his does silk touch in the miner. To be honest,
I would be surprised if it didn't. That seems like a flagger feature.
It does.
So it does it on the speed of the drill?
Yeah. If you use a mining laser in there, it's really fast.
Yeah, we'll have to try it with like upgraded drills. My plan is to do the road weather bill stuff this week while I look into circuits, and then hopefully get something for that. Get the crystals in thing.
Why does it keep 3 planks in the inventory and 1 in the chest? Well, the sawmill is in Spiker thing, so probably a better question for me. And the answer is because it only takes something out every tick or every process. It'll take out so much stuff, I think. I can't remember how many it can do. Obviously, it's like 5. And so, therefore, there's always going to be 1 left in there because it does 6. Oh, no, it's only 1 item that it's doing. Or at least that time. So we need to take the export upgrade we have in here, and we need to change it over to the red one. If we take this out and we put this in, see, import, export. We want one of these. I want 1, thank you. I want it to go this way. And the funny thing is, since we know that it's 5 or 6 things right now that's coming out of there, you could technically make 6 of the green ones and stack them in the slot, and it would take exactly 6 out every time the machine operates. But it's, cheaper to make 1 of the red ones and just be done with it. And then it'll just pull anything in that's in the output slot out. And we're definitely going to need to put 1 in here because it is only pulling out of the 1 slot. I forgot about that one because this has 2 outputs. It needs a red one, and then it should pull anything out. There we go. Alright, and pyrolusite we're going to throw in here, and it automatically goes in there, but it's going to need some of those glass tubes. We got any glass tubes laying around this fucker?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
From the water thing temporarily. Man, this chest is almost full. We're gonna have to make it like an iron chest or something.
We need to make sure that it isn't going to void things but doesn't have someplace to go. And
oh no, this is using the same code as the import and export.
Okay. Now, Question, we have 2 complaints about the same thing from 2 different people that didn't hear it from each other complaining. Do we really have to have the hydrated fucking coal out of the diamond dust? Or out of the diamond ore? Can we just have regular frickin' coal dust?
What's so bad with the hydrated coal?
Because then we gotta dry the shit out, and nobody makes that frickin' coal fuel shit. Hydrated coal is retarded.
Sure, it's the regular coal.
Thank you.
Is that hard to get regular coal?
No, but if that's what we're gonna get, I want regular coal. I don't want hydrated. I hate that crap.
When it's hydrated coal, it's better. It's more in shape and...
No, it's crap that needs to be thrown in a furnace and dried.
It's the coal that just won't quit.
Yeah. Coal somebody spit on.
Yeah, you are growing it in a little tiny lake in here. That's what all that water is. It's a tiny little lake.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, man. Now we should be able to take this diamond dust, throw it up here, and there we go. We have more diamonds. Small gold dust does not have a compressor recipe.
Oh, okay, I missed that. I have to do some of them manually. Because I don't have regular gold dust, so I can't like automatically do it.
By the way, I'm sure you're going to really give a shit about this, but did you hear he retired?
What?
Did you hear he retired?
Who?
Gold dust.
Gold dust?
Gold Dust from WWE. He's a wrestler. Been wrestling for like 30 years.
Oh, no, I don't know who he is.
I figured that would go right past your head. You wouldn't have a fucking clue. Oh, that was funny. Omni! What's up, woman? Yes, I remember when it was WWF as well. I'm not quite old enough to remember when it was WWF. That was a little bit... It was when I was really young. That was before Vince took over from his dad. Dustin Rhodes, Zykor. The guy that wrestled as Gold Dust. He hung up his boots. Yeah, regional wrestling organizations back before Vince decided he had to own the entire world of wrestling. So y'all done with your stream? Obviously, because you're here and, you know, not over there. Alright, so we have our first actual molybdenum. So we should be able to make ultimate soon if we want to.
You can make it right now.
Lazurite we can use to get alumina, silicon, calcium, and sodium. Calcium right now has no use when somebody gets us a chemical reactor thing we can put it and oxygen together to get calcite, if he remembers to add that recipe.
Probably have to remind me.
You know I will. Or yell at you because it isn't in there, one or the other. Isn't it all fake? You mean wrestling? Wrestling is soap operas for men. It is scripted, yes. So if you want to consider that being fake because they're not really kicking each other's ass, then yes, it is all fake. But they do really get hurt. They do sometimes really hit each other. And some of the moves, even when you're a trained professional, are still very fucking dangerous. So I personally don't consider it fake. I can figure no, English, motherfucker. Consider it scripted, not fake. It's kind of like a circus act, you know, what the circus performers are doing, the acrobats and shit like that. It's not fake. They're actually doing it, and it's actually very dangerous. But they're trained to know how to do it, and they go by, you know, a certain script that they do. All right, so I thought you were working on getting the water thing done back down there, so I can be a lazy bastard and not do it myself. I don't want to do it. I hate some of the freaking weird automation shit we gotta do in here. Oh, that tank is locked. Well, let me get that fucking tank the hell out of there. There you go. Tank's out of there. Thanks for coming. Thanks for asking. Thanks for me not giving a shit. I am going to use one of your guys' void pipes now. Void destroys items. Because we have no use for all of this damn water. Put that there. We're going to put... Oh, son of a bitch. I actually need... There. What did you do with the... Oh, never mind. Got it. Stone. Wooden. There we go. That there. Okay, you go there. And you go there. Now I need a leavage. Alright. Cobble. Stick. Leavage. That. On. This is set so it should pull out. So there we go. Water into the void pipe. Clean out my damn tank. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright. So he used my machine buffer. Or my machine tank. Now I need a machine tank to get this done. Is there any more testing I actually need to do today? Or are we just doing automation crap?
Let me look.
Okay, so we managed to get 45 stone 1 marble, 3 iron, 2 gravel, a tin ore, 2 tin ore from forestry, 3 silk touch coal ores, and 2 chromite. Close the rock cutter out, and now it'll put the mining pipes right up here.
No, nothing new. This is one of those ones, tons of work, but to you guys, things just work as intended, but that's because everything was done right, for the most part.
Okay. So now you can make that quarry scanner. Because now we did the testing.
Yeah.
In other words, it's time to get him to get off his ass and get some work done.
Hey, the work is designing it all, and I get joy in watching you guys do it all.
You think that's how that works? Man, all this tungsten, it'd be so nice if we had a use for it, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually amazed, Omni, that you popped in over here. I figured you'd go see what Kira was up to tonight. Because I'm just doing boring old Minecraft shit tonight. But I appreciate you stopping in. Because you come over here, you're not getting any of that, basic YouTuber bullshit that you give me when I leave your stream. You ain't gonna hear me say nothing about giving you love and all that fucking gay ass bullshit you weird ass streamers do. Annoying fucks. See, I give you shit even when you're in my stream, damn it. Did you actually ask me if I noticed something? Fucking oblivious, man. I ain't gonna notice shit. But thank you. I'm sure we'll have a use for it somewhere. See, your internet ain't that bad if you can be in both our streams at once. I remember the days when I used to be able to do that. It was quite nice. I used to watch 3 of them at a time. Never had an issue. Not anymore. I can barely watch one. Alright, so this thing's done. Let's go ahead and fill this back up. When it's going to get better soon? I'm scared to ask how it's going to get better. Oh, did you see that one thing that I showed you about the silicon crystal thing? The process we were talking about earlier? Where it said that that's the same way that they make sapphires?
Oh, yeah.
So instead of putting like sapphire dust into the implosion compressor, you could actually put it in there and have it built up in there. I thought that was a neat idea.
It'd be cool to make a way to do something with Lampatrons involving that.
And it looks like copper does not have a compressor recipe either.
Okay, I will assume that a lot of the ones that IC2 has doesn't, so I know.
Okay. Yep, iron doesn't go in either. So yeah, all the basic ones aren't working. Alright, so I need a machine buffer. Let's see. Because we're going to have the wood come into the gasifier. It's going to make charcoal and it's going to make wood gas. The wood gas needs to come out of there and go over here to this centrifuge. Do you have any idea if there's a specific place that your fluids have to go into a machine at? Oh, wait a minute. You don't do the fucking fluid in the machine yet because you're a dick. I actually have to do it into cells. That's what I needed the machine thing for. Son of a bitch. Alright, so instead of $26.3, if I pay $15 more, I can get $55. Oh, your internet. Okay. That's cool. Alright, so we need wood gas cells. We could use a forestry bottler to do it. But I want to try the machine tank thing. So let me look and see what I got to do to make a wood tank. Because I think I might be able to do it. Not sure. Machine tank is machine buffer, which is 2 circuits, base upgrade, machine block, and tool block. Actually, I can find out if it'll do it. It's the one we have down here because it's not technically being used at the moment. There is no slots in here to put anything. There is a crafting thing, but I don't think that'll I don't think that'll work for it. We might actually have to go with the bottler for this.
I can make you the EU engine if you need to. I can also look at adding my own things to the fluid can.
Well, see, I think that's the problem. Is there a fluid one in this one?
What?
A fluid canner.
Yeah,
I don't think there
machine.
is. No, that's an item canning machine.
Yeah, but I think you can do, yeah, look in the canning machine. You can do water into a water cell.
Canning machine.
Look up water cell. Yeah, it's kind of a tricky thing to fit perfectly.
Okay, so he just didn't put wood gas into a cell in there. Let's go ahead and see. Are you making circuits right now?
Mm-hmm. You need some?
At least one, yes. I'm gonna make a canning machine and see if I can get this to work. I have no idea if it will or not.
It won't work with mine, but it would work with his because they need specific recipes. It's not like the bottler where it just looks for any container and like automatically does it.
Oh, isn't wood gas one of his? Oh no, that is one of yours.
No, wood gas. Let's see. I don't think
the cell is yours.
no.
I just looked. It says wood gas cell. Oh no, it does say industrial crap. Never mind.
I don't know if he has a canning machine recipe for that.
It doesn't show up that he does, but we're gonna try it anyways. Do we actually have power hooked up over here?
Oh, you do.
Oh, we do. Okay. I didn't know if we actually had it hooked up. Alright, so I need a cell. Do we have any of them laying around here? Doesn't look like it, so let's make some. Oh, okay, thanks, man. Alright, and then we need to do... I'm actually going to pull these cells out of this tank. Get rid of your guys' buffer tank here. Because I prefer not to buffer it if we can. What the hell I'm carrying around this damn shit for? There's some cells. Why in the fuck am I yawning? Somebody tell me that. I am not tired. Why the fuck am I yawning? Alright, let's get all of this out of here. Would you stop putting stuff over here? I don't want you putting shit in here.
Actually, you know, there might be a way for me to make it. Well, it'd be hard to do. I have to look at the implications. But if it didn't mess up the magnet stuff, there might be a way to make one of the slots take water. But that's, I don't know, that could really screw up a lot of things. So that's like really, like only take a tube, some sort of item containing water. Maybe.
Alright, screw it. I'm gonna have to lose a little bit of this. Holy crap. I actually made it to our tanks. Oh, good God, now I got those little things again.
Oh, those suck ass.
Those fragile fucking things.
like full of the liquid, it's so stupid. Just void it. Like I don't. So dumb.
Yeah. The good thing is though, you can use them. Like I'm gonna take them down here, and it'll actually put them into the liquid generator. It sees them as a regular container.
Word.
Yeah, it's weird, and I think it's dumb, but it works, so fuck it. Alright, so now we got wood gas storing up in there. And now I need to move this. Which we can actually do this without BuildCraft. But for right now, we'll still use BuildCraft. Because we can use the machine upgrades. And let's go ahead and see if this will put the wood gas into the canning machine. Yeah, that's an issue. How does he get the water in here? To make the water one if you can't even put a pipe on a machine? Yeah, it doesn't even take it down there.
Try all the different sides. It might be.
I've tried every side but the back and the front.
What are the back?
Well, we gotta move the fucking machine. You might have to just add a fluid canning machine. Yeah, it won't go. So let's see if Spiger's on. Spiger alive tonight? No. He's in bed. Motherfucker. Alright, so that's not gonna work. So we're not gonna be able to automate our wood gas thing unless we make the bottler.
Let's try the bottler and then see what that's like, and then I can see what I can do.
Put it on that long ass list.
Well, that's like another one that could turn into a thing, especially like a canner. What if you pipe use like the personal tank and tried piping the wood gas into that, and then mating the tubes in and out?
Let me try it. Alright, this thing is empty. So if I put this here, the wood gas should go in. And then I can put in, that thing doesn't have an, we're going to have to do a machine buffer to go between the two to work as a, well, buffer, because the wood gas fire does not have a automation. I guess I could do it up here, right? And then just put a hopper under it. That should work.
Yeah.
Let's just try that for now. Alright, and cobblestone fluid pipe to there. And we'll put these up there. turn this bitch on. Alright, wood gas is coming out. Coming in. Filled it up. But the hopper is not pulling it out. Alright, so you got any more of those circuits? You got one.
No, but I made a ton of the stuff.
Alright.
At least a ton of foil. And you have a ton of capacitors already.
Alright, so we're going to make a machine buffer, which needs a toolbox and 2 circuits. So if somebody's not busy, throw me together one more circuit if you can. While I get the toolbox made. There's the toolbox. And then we need a base upgrade. Machine block. Alright, so all I'm waiting for now is the 1 circuit. And we'll have this done. And then I think we still should have enough upgrades over there to do this.
Yep.
What did you say about scanner?
I got the scanner done.
Oh, you got the Corey one done?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Alright, let's hook this bad boy up and see what it finds us. It's going to do a 12 block radius. That in there. And put that in there. Put the 59 pipes in there. And give me my Lapatron, which I'll probably have to wire this thing up.
Well, it's just LV power, right?
Yeah. But it probably takes more power because of the silk touching, but I'm not positive. What is your problem, Junior? Did you sleep on your arm and then sleep? Dumbass. You know you probably shouldn't do that, dumbass. Actually, you know what? We have some gold and silver. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this to a gold chest. Because I can do silver and then I can do gold. I like gold. So I need 4 gold.
Mine up part of your. No, maybe you might get part of your glass fiber cables.
It'll only mine up ores and stone that is in the way of getting to it. I don't think it'll do the glass fiber cables, but we will find out. But it shouldn't see any of the glass fiber cables as a direct route to an ore, because that's what it looks for, is the most direct route from the miner to the ore. And this is actually on the same block as the diamond, the glass fiber cable, so it should not try to go that way. There we go. Now we have a diamond chest, or a gold chest up there to put all this shit in, so it can keep stuff going a little bit more. Did it actually mine up the stone brick? Yeah. Or did you put that in here?
No, I mined it up.
Oh, wait a minute. This is the quarry one. Fuck. That's not the right one. I forgot. Yeah, we need to move this. I forgot.
Ore one, no.
Yeah, I told you the wrong one.
Which one do we want?
We want the... Let me look. It's the same one as the filtered, I think. I swear there was a quarry one that did there was one that did the same range. Filtered. Why did I put in filter, you idiot? You're supposed to type in there. There we go. If you look at them, they tell you how many blocks. Like the OD scanner is a 2-block radius. The OV is a 4-block radius. The ranged OD is a 7-block. The ranged OV is 8 blocks. The big range OD is 9 blocks. The big ranged OV is 10. And then you've got 6. And 12. Quarry scanner. Fluid scanner. Filtered fluid scanner. Filtered fluid. Filtered scanner is 7. So apparently the one that we need is the big range OV, which takes a ranged OV and 2 regular OVs. Unless we can take this damn thing out in the wilderness somewhere and let it go freaking nuts.
Yeah, we should do that. Find something like the lava.
Alright, so we got transistors, capacitors. We have everything in here to make a circuit. So let's make a circuit.
And this has a recipe for the regular OD.
Where'd my other circuit go? I had one in my inventory. Where the fuck did it go? Screw it, I'll make another. Alright, base upgrade, toolbox, machine casing, 2 circuits, and there we go.
You might be able to put a hopper in front of it, Chubby, to force water in its own wheel instead of trying to go through the top. So the ores would go through the top, but the water would be shoved in. The water cells would be shoved in through the front. Because then it would just refill them like as soon as it used them. We'll make a hopper.
I've got one, dude.
Can you give me one?
Give me 1 sec. Import upgrade. There's the hopper. So put that in there, and it should pull those down into it. Does it need to be powered? Because I didn't think it did for this. Basic import upgrade is set to up, and then export needs to go this direction. And we need that there. So that should pull these out of here. Except you might have to set this up. It shouldn't matter if I do it, since I'm admin and I can bypass it. But it's not pulling the out of there. It might actually have to see one actually get made. That might be the problem. That it's doing it off of the tick thing. Let's see. We've got red ones, right? Which I just took them out, so it doesn't really matter. Let's make a brand new one. And we'll see if it works then.
I said it, allow extraction.
Okay. So we're gonna put these in here. And see if you can figure out what I did wrong. I gotta do an old man break real quick. I'll be right back.
Where are you trying to push this up?
Into the... Why am I trying to push them into the wood gas fire? That's probably part of the problem. Give me a minute, I'll be right back. I gotta piss.
And then you could just hopper out of this. Yeah, but if it's all automatic, it's working. If we had another mod other than BuildCraft, you could have a pipe in front of it and still active it, but...
Alright, I'm back. Now let's see if we can automate this properly. We need them to come out of here Wait a minute, why'd I pull that cable out? That cable needs to be in there. What are you doing? Put that back.
You don't need the buffer. What do you need the buffer for?
Because there isn't a way of pulling the cells out of there unless you can get the Buildcraft thing to do it. I'm trying to do it all IC2 stuff as much as possible. That's why I'm trying to use the machine buffer. Just like I try to do everything with GregTech, you know. So then we just need to have it come out and go over to that chest. And the easiest way to do that is going to be to go underneath it. Alright, what'd you do to my drill?
Nothing.
I can't do the stone brick.
Oh, that's fine. No, I have the same fucking drill. You don't even have to tell me yours.
Alright.
I don't know why views not mineable. I'll look into it.
Okay. Alright, so we need to do that into the centrifuge. And see, I was originally going to put the centrifuge over here right next to it. And I guess technically I can do that. That way we don't even have to use Buildcraft pipes at all. Because that's what that centrifuge is for. And we have the transformer right there. So we can just put that right there, and that should automatically pull from the machine buffer if it ever fucking does it. Did you put you've got the import on there. There's the export. Why is it not doing it? The fluid one works this way. Why isn't that one working? Having issue with the machine buffer also. Alright.
These fluid or wood gas. Spiger doesn't seem to want us to move around wood gas very easily.
Well, if we can't do it this way, set up the we'll take the buffer out and we'll try to see if we can pull it out through a Buildcraft pipe. Won't move the water tubes into the machine buffer, but the buffer will export. Have you tried a red one just to make sure? Let me try a red one on this one, because the green ones use it off of the tick, or the tick of the machine. Where did you put that buffer? Throw that buffer back in there real quick.
In the upgrade. Right, you have to set up import backward again.
I got it. Just throw them here. Red ones did not work either. Alright, so we need to bug Spiger about it. Let me try it real quick. Import there, export there, and yeah, it's definitely not doing it. All right. You guys are gonna get a bear report in the middle of this, so hold your horses. All right, Spiger, we're having an issue. We are trying to use a machine buffer to pull, which we have it set as the direction is up, and we have this one actually needs to be changed. This one needs to go. No, wait a minute. That says north, right? Yeah, that is right. Never mind. All right. And we wanted to put it into here. He's trying to do water over there, and it's not pulling it out of the personal tank. We've tried it powered, we've tried it unpowered. Upgrade tick, not upgrade tick. Notify processing with upgrade tick. Shouldn't need that either. Alright, so there you go. Either take that as a bug or tell us what in the hell we're doing wrong. Alright, now I just gotta remember to send that to him. Alright, go ahead and throw your build crap pipe in there.
I didn't want to connect to this thing, even though I say allow. Or actually, here, give me a hopper.
I can't give you a hopper. I already gave you the hopper, and the hopper would not work. Because it was already on allow the thing. And it still wouldn't do it.
It doesn't work that when you know.
Yeah, see, that won't pull it out of there. Oh, yeah, that's not even connecting to it.
Connects to centrifuge, but. Yeah, we'll have to try a bottler.
Yeah, I guess so. So now we got 128 cells of wood gas sitting in this fucking personal tank. Either that or we can wait until tomorrow and talk to Spiger and see what he has to say, if it's something that where he's got something weird or if it's something he needs to fix.
Or we just need to not use wood gas for this and do something else. If he just didn't really want gas to be like a thing, because it seems purposely omitted right now from being like in a fluid canner or something like that.
Well, you also got to remember he's trying the same thing over there with the water thing, and he can't get that to work either.
True.
So it can't just be the wood gas thing. So I say we just hold off on this until tomorrow and talk to Spiger about it and see what he has to say. We do need to get some slag generators made. I don't think I didn't have you make them. I know when I set this up on my single player IC2 world, 2 liquid generators was enough to deal with the wood gas. So we'll find out when we do the methane and the hydrogen how that turns out on that side. But then the charcoal, to deal with all of the charcoal that thing made, I actually needed, I think I had 4 slag generators. So we're going to have slag coming out of our ass. because we don't have a mass fab to put them into. We could technically just make 4 regular generators instead of the slag ones, but the slag ones give you more power. And I also think, not positive here, and it's not slag we're going to have, it's scrap we're going to have. I'm thinking we might actually be able to, yeah, we can burn the scrap. I don't think you get the scrap back out if you put it back into a slag generator. So we could, if we wanted to, for right now, if we don't want to do the scrap box thing, we could just make another generator and have the scrap go in there and just burn that shit up. We don't need to make fertilizer, and we don't need it for the mass fab because we don't have any reason to make UU matter right now. There's nothing we really need from it. What? Why are you trying to hop her in through the front? Why don't you put it right in the input box?
Because the way it will keep piping the ores in the second slot. The hopper will keep pushing the. It will basically give priority to the water, the cells on its own, so the ores won't override it. That's what I was explaining to him like a minute ago.
So if the water cells are already in there, it won't try to refill them from the top box?
Because it won't like search the whole chest.
Oh, it'll only check the first spot.
Well, it will like, if the first slot's empty or something, it'll move on, but it's just, it has to do with Feiger's code. Like, he didn't have to account for this because his import and export code only had to look for like one slot.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, when the slot is like, when you're piping stuff in, it just assumes, okay, I'm doing my job. It doesn't say, hey, there's also stuff I can put in slot 2 that will work too. So that's why on the changelog it says like import and export logic is like 90% done, but the other 10% is like this part. It doesn't like search through the whole chest and try to like do stuff. Also, if you run out of water, it will just start trying to pump ores into that extra slot. So the hopper will ensure that it's replacing the water every time it's getting used, so the whole stack doesn't.
I still wish we could just pump water into like the top block above the processor or into the center, and it would take it as water from the casing. Like if we, I don't know if you care to do this or not, but since you can do all 4 faces of this, make it to where a water pipe can connect to this bottom center block, since that's where the hole is in the center.
It's
that's technically where
this would be cool. So
okay,
I have to. This is the whole thing about getting the items and stuff like that work transporting in, and then so yeah, pretty much any fluid stuff is a complete waste of time right now.
Okay. All right. Well, then, if you don't have anything else to do, I'm going to call it a night. And we will wait until Spiger comes and answers my question about this, and we can figure out why it isn't working right. And we will be back with some more testing and stuff next time when he has something else to do, or we decide we want to fuck around with making more things, but there's, not a whole lot for us to do now, because most of what we have coming up after this point takes iridium, and right now we can't get iridium because we don't have the compressor thing, the implosion compressor. Because basically for IC2, the next step would be to make the mass fab, to make the rare earth extractor would actually be probably next. That way we could make the magnets, and then those are used for the plasma cores, which we need the plasma cell for, which we can't make the plasma cells because they're not made in a plasma fire anymore. And we can set up a reactor, but we don't really have a use to set up a reactor right now because we've got tons of power. What?
Never mind.
Okay. So, we're pretty much at where we need to be for IC2 stuff. So now we're just kind of waiting on GregTech stuff to come in, or GT stuff to come in as it needs to be tested. So we won't be here quite as often, and probably for quite as long of streams. When Tristan's here, Trinsdar's here, we'll probably work on some more of his stuff and test some more of his stuff. But since today was all about automation, I figured we will just stop here with that. And yeah, so I am going to end it. Let's see if looking to see if she is still streaming. And if she is, we're gonna pop over there and talk to her before I actually end it for the 2 people that are in here on the Twitch side, if and when Twitch ever decides to load for me. We might not be doing anything. Holy crap, I guess it's a good thing I'm ending. My internet is doing shit right now. It is running terribly slow. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I will probably come back and do some Kerbal after that. Yeah, Kira's still on. Alright, alright, I'm going to head over there, say hi to Kira, and I will see you guys later.